I was, I don't know, just scrolling through YouTube. And I think I looked for something specifically, and when I found it, for some reason I saw these other videos as well about, uh, like shots of people telling people how to raise their vibration, when do they know they are high vibrational, and um, it was interesting take on it. So I was like, um, I wonder if I've recorded about anything like that, because I have so many recordings. But then I realized that I actually never discussed that. I think it's because of I've always also have been discovering it recently. So not too recently, but more and more I'm being firm in my idea or understanding of how to vibrate high vibrationally. Um, and I've been saying it in a way somehow in my other recordings, but I haven't like really made a separate discussion on high vibrational or low vibration. Okay, I thought I did, to be honest. I must just check because I've got recordings between many devices. So, anyway, I'm like, I've checked, but I didn't see anything. So, let me just try it again. And if I ever did it, I should at least try to do it again, because I think it's important, to be able to somehow put things into context and clear up ideas, because you can't go around telling people to vibrate higher, go around people to align, go around telling people to live their spiritual purpose. All these things, all these concepts that are being discussed with the spirit team, with my spirit team. One of the things that I found frustrating with some gurus or some spiritual speakers or motivational speakers, whatever you want to, teachers, whatever you want to call them, or preachers as well, is that sometimes there's few of them. Maybe once in a while you'll find someone who'll give you like a simple explanation of something that doesn't involve them using too many big words or too many big concepts. So I'm going to try it in the way I understand it. I have a feeling I did this recording, or maybe I wrote. It's probably, oh shit. No, I might have written it in my thoughts, but not really recorded it. So, vibration. What is vibration? Let's start there. Vibration is essentially movement of, uh, it's movement, rhythm, rhythmically moving. It's movement that moves at a rhythm, some rhythm. That rhythm could be a very low rhythm or a rhythm that is very high. I remember when I was explaining it or going through it with Spirit Team, in my writing, I was writing about it in a sense of, when you beat a drum, you create sound. That sound creates a vibration, or that sound is created by a vibration after you hit that drum. And essentially, that vibration moves rhythmically so and transfers or travels in the environment that you're around where you're hitting that drum. So that sound you hear is a vibration. Sometimes, if you're too close to the drummer or the drum itself, you feel the drum even like vibrating. Isn't like after being hit, you'll feel it vibrating. And even if you look at it, you'll see that it's still like moving. If you had something put on it to show the movement, like some sand or something, that is a vibration. Depending on how hard you hit that vibration, it will that drum will vibrate higher or faster, not higher, will vibrate faster, and the sound will be higher. But if you hit it, like a little bit, then the vibration will be smaller and the sound will be lower. With humans, it's about thought vibration, it's about heart vibration, it's about what you speak vibration. Your whole body itself is a vibration. It is keeping a rhythm that allows you to maintain a form of a being called a human being. You're moving, you just don't see it because the vibration is so high that you feel like it's 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 solid. There's nothing that is moving. This is how you become a solid physical being like this, because of your body is vibrating at such a high frequency that you're not able to vision it with your eyes to see it. You're not able to, you can feel it. Let's say you put your hand on someone, you're most probably going to feel something like their heart beating. But if they were to be fragmented, maybe by being scared or something, right? Then you'll see or feel, you'll see it and you'll feel the person shaking because of they just been disrupted. Their program just has been fragmented and disrupted. So it vibrates differently. And why? What does that vibration do? It's vibrating lower. And this is why you're able to feel them now, because of to feel that vibration, because what they just did to them is a disruption to their normal program running. So when we say thought is a vibration, this is exactly how the universe, Father, God, the Creator, vibrated consciously so, or sent a thought, a vibration through his thought to create himself as a light first, and continue to think thoughts that would create him in a form of some kind. First, it was this boxy kind of not even a box, it's a rack, man, a mainframe rack, and then moved from mainframe rack to mainframe shelves and stuff, and then he moved from there and thought of himself in a form of this body as evolution, as he was evolving, that is. So that is a thought vibration. Every thinking you make, good, bad, is a vibration. You're sending a vibration. Everything you speak creates a vibration. Your feelings, your feelings, your heart creates a vibration. You clapping your hands creates a vibration. Just moving across a room, you create a wave of vibrations. Everything is a vibration, essentially. You are moving, everything is moving. Some are moving at such high speed that they become solid because they are able to keep that frequency of being who or what they are. It could be, let's say, a frame or a metal, right? It's vibrating at a frequency where it sustains itself as a form of a metal. There's that frequency. If you want to know what that frequency is, I don't know really, but I understand that it's a frequency. Everything you see with your eyes that is solid is a frequency. The environment that you are in, the air around it, the energy around it is still a frequency. So, how do you use frequency or vibration? You can call it frequency, you can call it a vibration. Frequency in a sense of vibration is like you moving, right? Frequency is, I think, it's the measurement of that vibration. You call it frequency. Like if you were to go on your radio or your sound system, it's measured in the volume. I think is measured in frequency, in decibels or something like that. Yeah, I think it was decibels or I forgot, but something like that. This is why when you dial the volume up, that is to make the sound higher. You even feel your speakers, you see them moving because of the sound that is coming out of there. You just dialed the frequency up, right? So it's the same thing with every single thing. However, we come into a human being. How does a human being, other than the fact that they can keep themselves steady as a being of physical with a body, other than that, which is something that they don't necessarily have to think about because it's probably because of it's programmed into them that you will exist in this frequency of a human body in a human world. Further to that, to keep your body in that frequency where it's sustained in that frequency of a human being in a well state. Because when you vibrate lower, you will feel it even in your being, in your physical self. You become tired, you get sick, you you become sadder. It's just not feeling good. You're not well. But if you vibrate higher, you'll sense it, you'll feel it as well. You will be well, you won't be getting sick. If you were sick, you even get better because of that high vibration does not allow your body or your or any negative energy that is draining energy from you or anything that is draining energy from you to keep up with it because it's so high. It's so high. It's vibrating so fast that any demonic entities, when we say in demonic entities, we mean it could mean any thought of negativity that makes you feel sad, angry, jealous, anxious, fearful, whatever that feeling is, does not penetrate your heart because, or your mind, it doesn't even stay in your mind because your vibration is so high that any low vibrational thing that is sent towards you, or that you receive, you could read the most saddest news when you're high vibrational, and you wouldn't get affected by it. You wouldn't get affected by it, or you would feel some sense of, okay, this is kind of bad, but it won't be that you will keep that badness feeling within you for a long time, because you're high vibrational. You see it for what it is. It's like, okay, this is bad, and you leave it there. You feel if you need to feel it, if it does come through, but you let it go. Like it will pass from you, or pass away from you, or not even penetrate that deep, because of you're too high. Your heart is vibrating too high. Your mind is vibrating too high. You are a high vibrational being. And how do you keep a high vibrational being? It's easy. These guys on YouTube were making it seem like it's a difficult thing. It's as simple as when Jesus said, as a man thinks, so he becomes. If you think low vibrational, you will become low vibrational. If you think high vibrational, you will become high vibrational. So it starts with things like, oh, I'm so jealous about what. Oh, so and so gossip, for instance, is one of those very quick ones to get you low vibration. Jealousy, gossip, fear, which does come through sometimes for no reason, because sometimes it's projected. But things like jealousy and gossip is something that normally comes from within. Your jealousy is coming from within. You're the one who's initiating that. Some of these low vibrational behaviors come from outside or your environment. You're living with a lot of gossipers. Obviously, they're going to be dragging you down if you engage in that. You're living with a lot of people who've got fear of anything, and everything they need to do, they're like, oh, you can't do that. What? They have so many limitations, you know, about the environment that they're living in. Oh my goodness, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that. You're gonna get low vibrational. You your environment is gonna affect you that way. Or you're living with people who want to gossip. Just, the people that I live with, they know that if they want to do get me low vibrational, they start gossiping. That's easy. That's the easiest way they get you. People who know these things, who know these tricks, the easiest way for them to get you is to talk about somebody else in a negative way. So don't engage in some sort of gossips. When you feel yourself going down the rabbit hole with some gossip of some kind, be like, "Ish, you know what? I think I feel like I need the loo. Where's the toilet?" And don't come back with that subject again. It's okay you to engage. Sometimes you find yourself you're running, the train has run away with you, right? It's okay. Wait for the next stop and get off. It happens. It happens to the best of us. It's like, am I gossiping? You know, this tendency, you stop. Things like jealousy. Why are you jealous of someone? You have your own program to focus on running. Stop thinking about other programs. It's not your job. Let the program that needs to run in a BMW run in a BMW, and focus on you and your, what do you call it? 2 series. That is your legs. Focus on that and walk with your own legs. You got legs, most things. It's that easy. High vibration means you don't engage in things like gossip. You don't engage in things like jealousy. You don't engage in, if you have fear, you deal with the fear. You let it go. You let it pass. You deal with whatever it is that makes you fearful. If you have anxiety, you deal with whatever it is that makes you anxious. And it's very easy to do those two things as well. You ask yourself, why am I fearful? What am I afraid of? What's the worst thing that can happen in this situation? And where would I be if it happens? And then accept that. Because as soon as you accept that, okay, that's the worst thing, And if it happens, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And then start looking like, but I could do this. I could do that. And solve the problem before it even starts. And you will start seeing and feeling a little bit better about your situation of fear. Sometimes you will be looking at it as like, but what am I fearful of here? And find out that you're just being fearful because people or your environment is such that you have to be fearful of anything and everything because you've been taught to be fearful of things that you don't know, things that you don't see, and all of that. Same as anxiety, same as sadness. If you're sad, try to find something to focus on. So every time you feel some negative emotion, right, negative unwanted emotion, that actually sometimes you can even feel that these emotions, they drag you down, they make you feel sick. You know, fear makes you feel sick. It makes you feel sick, just like sadness. Find something to do that is not going to, that will take your focus away from those things. Your focus away from jealousies, your focus away from um, whatever it is that you're feeling. Things like what? Things like, oh, you love music, listen to music. Oh, you love walking, go out for a walk. Oh, you like watching birds, watch the birds. Oh, you love watching TV, watch the TV. You love watching your TV series, watch that. Switch off so that you don't focus on those things, but you don't focus on the negative feelings because that is what low vibration is. Those negative unwanted feelings, that's low vibration. Then you start engaging in more high vibrational feelings of, I'm just sitting and watching TV. But if you're watching a bad program, obviously you're going to add on to whatever it is that you're going through. So try to watch something that is going to be uplifting and meaningful. I don't know. It could be your own, your normal soapy, you know, but it's not necessarily that you're engaging in it in such a way that it will drop your vibration. But at least, even if it does affect your vibration, it's not so bad that it puts you too far down. Listening to music, praying, praying. You could pray, you could talk to God, you could just go into a space of private space and start talking to God. You don't have to talk to him out loud. You can just talk to him in your head and ask him to help you to resolve that negative feeling. You could, there's many things. You could sing, you could play music and dance, you could read, you could decide that you're going to do that work that you needed to do, that project, that work that's delayed, you work on that. That is, try to find a way to transmute and alchemize that negative energy that you have into something positive. Whenever if you, what I do is whenever I feel negative emotion, right? Sometimes because for me, they project them. My karmics sometimes project their own feelings towards me. And I'll be like, why am I feeling so anxious? I'm not anxious about anything. It must not be mine. It's someone else projecting their fear or their anxiousness on me. Why am I feeling fearful? I'm not fearful of anything. What did I do wrong? Nothing. It's someone else pushing their fear towards me. So what I do is if I can't get out of that negative emotion, I do a simple thing like, okay, maybe it's time to cook. And I go and cook. What am I doing? I'm alchemizing. I'm changing that energy from negative vibration, negative low vibration into something. And I'm creating what? A good meal, you know? And at that same time, I'm getting out of that negative vibration. I'm now in a high spirit, in a high vibration state. For me, cooking does it for me. Some people would be cleaning, some people would be baking. Baking is also does it for me. Some people, something that doesn't require you to like invest a lot of things in it. It's just your effort and your time. And you'll see that you're gonna get a lot of things done. Those things that you thought you don't have energy for. Every time because of why you're stuck in your low vibration and you're like, oh, I'm so tired. I don't know how I'm going to wash those dishes, and I don't know how I'm going to clean this house. That tiredness, that cleaning of that feeling of, oh my goodness, just get up and start and see what happens. Just get up and start cleaning. Get up and start play music to make it fun. And that's what I do. I don't like cleaning, to be honest. Maybe cooking is not such a bad one for me, but um I could do cooking. I love baking. But try to do something with that energy that is dragging you down low vibrationally, and convert that energy into a high vibrational thing. You'll see soon enough, you'll have things like your house clean, and you'll be like, my house is clean, and you start becoming happier for it. Where's that going? High vibration. And then next thing you know, you've got your home sorted. You're happy for it. Because if you kept taking the negative energy and investing it in a positive way, negative energy and you investing it in a positive way, eventually your life is on the straight line, and you're becoming more and more happy because you're turning a low vibrational situation into a high vibrational situation by doing what? By using that energy physically somehow. And by using and converting that energy physically somehow, that is, you're creating something. You're creating a clean home. You're creating a home that has good food, that smells nice from good food. Your wardrobe is sorted. You're, 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 you're creating music. Some people maybe might be into music. You're able to sing. You're creating a I don't know, singing. You're singing. You're practicing your voice. All these things that were very, very much simple for us to be here for and enjoy. And you don't have to pay anybody for it. You use those things because that's what life is about, to be honest. You don't have to go pay money to go to the rent show or to go to anywhere else. And even so, do that. Take yourself out. Do your nails. Do your hair. Pamper yourself. Just take a bath. Even a simple thing as taking a bath or a shower could really stop that train of thought of negativity, whether it's gossiping, whether it's anxiety, whether it's fear, whatever it is. High vibration is not a difficult thing to do. You don't have to get some book telling you how to do high vibration. Just take note of every time when you're gossiping and start trying to get away from it and see what happens. Just take note whenever you feel fearful and try to think of something else that is positive and see what happens. Just every time you have a negative feeling, like you feel heavy, man. Hey, man, I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like, people be like, oh, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm sad or when that feeling happens, a simple thing of, let me take a walk. Let me go around the house if you have to and just check what's broken, what needs fixing. Let me let me plan the next project. Let me think about the project that I have at work that I need to solve that is giving me problems. Rather do that because that is creation. You're creating something with it. You're using the negative energy to build something, to create something. Let me clean, you know. And try to do that energy with yourself. Don't try to call your friend about it. Because what you're going to be doing is interfering with your friend's energy by transferring that negative energy to your friend. No, alchemize that shit. That is, convert that shit into something positive for yourself. Don't call your friend, don't call your mother. Resolve that shit within yourself. You're not allowed by the universe to be interfering with other people's spirits. By by taking your bloody burdens and giving them to the next person. Deal with your own shit. Learn to deal with your own shit and you're going to become a better person for it. That's what it means, high vibrational. You'll see. You'll be different. They'll say something to you and you'll be like, yeah, hey, these low vibrational beings. Because they know. They won't even keep hanging around you after a while. Because every time they try you, they can't get through. Why? Because your vibration is so speedy. It's high. The speed is high. You are moving fast. They coming with their slowness of, oh, I want to gossip. Let me see if I can come in. You'll be like, so and so is like this and this and this and this. Is like, okay. Anyway, what happened to your what? You just change the subject like that. Don't feel guilty for not entertaining fucking rubbish as well. Don't feel guilty entertaining these comics. Don't feel guilty entertaining low vibrational beings. You're not helping them and you're not even helping yourself. Soon, they'll be joining you. Oh, so. No, how's it? How's the plan for our trip to so and so to wherever coming along? We should do something and go somewhere. Start talking about shit like that. Not so and so and her husband and what. No, it's not your business. Let them sort out their own shit. You focus on you. You focus on your own vibration because you don't realize that other people's issues are a burden to you. And you're not allowed as well to be carrying other people's burdens. Trust me, I had to pay karmic lessons for that. It wasn't pretty. The reason why I am today is because of I helped my sister carry her fucking burdens. And she brought along the whole family and friends and. It was a very tough lesson for me to learn. Father made sure that I never lift a finger helping someone again. It's not your job. Let the universe help that person. Let the spirit team of that person help them. Let their ancestors help them. You just ask your ancestors for guidance. Just between you and God, between you and your ancestors, between you and your spirit team. That's it. That's how you resolve those low vibrational issues. And as you do it, you'll start going further and further and further internally to the real issues that you're afraid of, that make it so easy for fear to just catch you because there's something always that you were afraid of that you never resolved. And you don't become too stressed and too hasty and too hard on yourself. Take it one day at a time. And it's kind of fast, to be honest. Once you start it, it's like it's addictive. It's addictive. And change your environment if it's too low vibration. You don't have to leave your home. You just have to change it in a sense of if you're used to chatting about things with your husband, which is gossipy type of stuff, change it and talk about how you're going to build your life together going forward. Talk about such things. Don't talk about gossip. Don't Gossip is very easy. Gossip is one of those ones. I was like, people don't realize how dangerous gossip is in terms of your vibration. That shit is very easy to get you. Jealousy is number one. Gossip is the Jealousy is the dangerous one. Gossip is also the easy one. It's easy, and because of it's easy, it also becomes dangerous. And then fear in them is something that you need to work through. It's like you don't have some people are just scared of something. They don't even know why they're scared of things. They're all constantly feeling fear. And also remember that people can project their fears on you. You must always ask yourself, why am I fearful? Did I just go and kill someone? Did I just am I expecting somebody to come and kill me? Am I expecting somebody to come and beat me up? Why? Ask yourself those questions. If you don't find any answer to the reason for fear, it's like most probably someone else is projecting that shit on you. And you know what you do with it? Ask the universe, I I allow, please take this energy that is not mine and reverse it back to where it needs to come from. Better yet, let me take the broom and start sweeping. I'll alchemize that shit. Whoever's doing that to you will look at you the next day and be like, this person's house is so clean. This person has finished her degree. This person has bought a new car. Because you've been taking their bloody energy and building a bloody castle with it. That's what you do. That negative emotion is useful. It's still energy. You just have to convert it into your nice castle, your nice car, your clean home, your well looked after body. Go and exercise with it. Take that negative energy and get into a gym or go running and see what happens to you. If you did that every time, it's like, yo, I'm feeling fear. If you can, obviously. But you know what? After work, I'm going to go into that gym and I'm going to do a 10-minute run. 10 minutes. You don't have to do a lot of minutes. Next thing is not 10 minutes, it's an hour. The next thing you know, you've built a good habit. The next thing you know, you got a good body for it. Where did you get it? Oh, you know that Sarah person who used to send this negative emotions towards you. She didn't know that she was building you. She was helping you build a better you. That's high vibration. It has nothing to do with, oh, join me in this. What is this? Master class. No, there's no need for master classes here. Just go in there, just start practicing. Stop with things like I have a problem. I had a I didn't realize that I picked up gossiping, but not in a I wasn't a kind of coming up and talking about people, but people would come and say something. But what I used to do is I used to more focus on the subject itself, but it was still a way of gossiping. And they still try that shit, but I didn't know that that's how they lower your vibration so low that they're able to come in and steal your energy. And that's another reason why you need to keep your high energy, your high vibration is because of when you vibrate low, these entities, these demons, these karmics are able to come in and steal from you. So don't allow them to. You don't need to allow them to do that for you to you. Just alchemize it. When they're talking about somebody else, like my uncle just came this morning and he was trying very hard to gossip. And I just said I don't want to talk about it, but I wanted to talk about something, but it was related to something about that could start some sort of a gossip. All I did was just focus on the guys, the things that I wanted to talk about. And then we started something else as well. And I just kept quiet. He was talking about his experience yesterday with the builders and whatnot. I didn't jump on that bandwagon because that's also gossiping. I don't need to talk about the gossipers. I don't need to gossip about them. And I just had to stop myself every once in a while. I'll be like, am I gossiping with this person? Am I getting on a gossip train here? Okay, I think I'm on a gossip train. How do I get out? Oh, there, a spoon. Oh yeah, let me, mix this cabbage. Let me cook this. Just get out. Just try to find a way to get out. You'll become creative as you go. But hopefully there will become a point when a lot of people will be high vibrational. We won't need to be ducking and diving these type of people. But that's essentially how you get high vibrational. It's not rocket science. Low vibration means you're thinking lowly. High vibration means you're thinking highly. Low vibration means you're thinking about things like jealousy, hatred, setting up people, uh, gossiping, conniving, all these bad things. That's low vibration. High vibration is, what am I doing tomorrow with my life? Am I going to register this year to study something? I want my children to have a good life. I want to feel better. How do I, you know, deal with this anger I have? That's high vibration. How do I deal with this fear that I have? You know, what can I do for my husband that is going to make him happy? That's you building a high vibrational life. First with you, and then the rest with then next with others. That's all it takes. It's no, you don't need a master class. The master classes and these master classes and join me and I'm listening to this like these fuckers are gonna pay their karma for stealing energy from people because you're gonna waste your time with these people, listening to these people, and they're not gonna give you anything. They don't know what high vibration is. This other person is like, so how do you know when you're high vibrational? Maybe that's a topic for this discussion as well. You will feel it. You will you'll take note of things like, oh, I'm gossiping. Oh, I'm fearful. Oh, I'm anxious. Why am I anxious? You'll start feeling those type of things. That's first. You'll notice them. You won't let them just fester in you. You'll start noticing, I'm fearful. I'm angry. I'm you'll start why? Why do you think you're noticing them? Because it starts first with what? Acceptance. You're not going to ignore them. It's like, I'm not angry. I'm not angry. No, I'm not fearful. I'm not fearful. I'm not sad. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. No. When you're high vibrational, you'll actually notice your feelings. You'll notice yourself. You'll notice your bad behavior. And be like, Destiny, you know, it's a slippery slope here. Where you going? You know what I mean? That's the first thing. You'll notice your emotions. You'll start noticing your low vibrations and your high vibrations. And also you'll start feeling them physically. You start noticing that, you know what, when I'm angry, I feel sick. I feel like I feel like, I don't know, something is like grimy or something like that. I don't feel well. That means you're high vibrational. You're starting to be high vibrational because now you can separate the negative emotions to the positive emotions. You can separate the low vibrational emotions to the high vibrational emotions. But right now, a lot of us, or a lot of people have been, maybe I'm not in that state anymore, but I do get there. And it's okay. Again, when you get there, the best thing about high vibrational is that you're going to notice it soon. It's going to be like, there I am with my karmicness. There I am with my low vibration. And you get out of it. That's the important thing, is that you get noticing, you get start to notice such things about yourself. Soon enough, you will be like, very well, you'll take a long time before you notice such vibrations within you, such low vibrations within you. And when it happens, it's like, why? Why am I feeling like this? I haven't been feeling like this in a long time. What's changed? Since my aunt came. Oh, because she just likes to gossip and what. I should stay away from her. You'll notice a change in your environment as well. What changed in your environment to cause your fear, to cause your anxiety, to cause what changed? Did she say something to you that is your aunt? Or did he say something to you, maybe your uncle or your cousin or whoever, your friend, whatever? What did they say that triggered you? And why are you triggered by it? Then you start looking at that trigger, resolve that trigger with your ancestors or yourself, but most probably with with your people, with your spirit team, with God Himself, with the universe, whoever you want to use as a training or your lashing board, you use them. That is spirit, for of course, not other people. You go through that, and as you do such exercises and such mindfulness living, such awareness in yourself, people will call it your consciousness, whatever you want to call it, you're aware. You're starting to be aware. That's how you know you're high vibrational, because you're able to separate the the truth from the lies. You are able to separate the negative emotions from the positive emotions, the bad vibration or the negative, the low vibration to the high vibration. And then you get better and better at it, that even when somebody comes to you, your uncle might come in and say something to you, you'll just look at them and not even like take note of what they said. You won't hear it. You get to the point where somebody says something negative, you hear it, but you don't really hear it. It's almost like it doesn't penetrate. It's like you'll only think about it later. It's like, I think that uncle said this and this to me this afternoon. I heard that. And your friend will be like, or your husband would be like, yeah, I was thinking that you're going to overreact to it. Why didn't you ever react? You'll be like, nah, I don't know. I just didn't have time for him. Because of, no, it's not the case, dear. You just elevated. You are fucking high vibrational. You don't get fucking triggered by little things that your uncle or your aunt or your cousin would say. You hear them, but you don't really hear them. I don't know how to explain it. It's like you hear what they said, but it doesn't. You don't even have the energy to be nice about it. You just decide to walk away and do your next thing, your next best thing, because you're high vibrational. You'll just know. You'll just feel it. You'll just look at people. They'll say something. You'll hear them, and you'll be like, "Are they talking to me?" And you won't even feel like I need to respond, and you won't feel guilty about just keeping your mouth shut. You'll just look at the person and keep quiet. You won't feel guilty. You know how we have to be nice every time and be like, hey, let me just give some response. You won't. You just look at them like that. I do that to my uncle these days. He doesn't know what to do with me anymore. Like this morning when he was trying gossiping, I just kept quiet and I just continued staring my pot. Like, in my head, you know what I'm thinking? I'm not getting on this board. I'm just going to mix my cabbage. Like a simple thing like that just gets me out of that tree. That's how you remain. That's how you start being high vibration and keep it up. Are you going to get low vibrational? Sometimes, yes. You're going to get there. Someone who you're so used to, you laugh so much, but you don't realize that your love for each other is also built on bullshit, like low vibration stuff. You need to try to find a way to alchemize it in that environment as well. That is your friendship environment. And as you alchemize it, as you vibrate higher, you also influence the people around you as well to start vibrating high, because they won't come to you with gossip anymore. They're going to look around and it's like, where can I go and gossip here? There's no gossiper here with me. And then guess what's going to happen? They're going to stay for a month or two without gossiping. They're going to forget about that shit as well. And then they're going to start looking at you doing things, and then they're going to start behaving better as well. It's an influencing as well thing, where how you operate, your children will pick it up, your husband will pick it up, your brother, your sister, your mother, they'll pick it up eventually. Because of it starts with who? With you. You don't entertain that shit. And because you don't entertain that shit, they don't come to you with that shit. But if there's somebody else around who entertains that shit, they're gonna do that. But watch how that person, if they're affected by you or influenced by you, come to you and be like, I don't know, ish, I don't know how to talk to this person. She gossips too much. Hey, I don't feel like gossiping. I've noticed that how do you do that? You don't answer them. How do you do that? And you can start talking to them about their vibration as well and tell them, dear, that's a low vibration. You need to start looking at thinking high vibrational, which is not gossiping. So don't put yourself in that environment, first of all, if you can. Secondly, don't participate, and thirdly, don't feel guilty about not participating, like keeping quiet. And you can also even say, I don't want to talk about it. It's your right. You have a right to remain silent, by the way. You have a right to remain silent. I said that to my uncle one time. I have a right to remain silent. It's your right. You have a right. Practice that right. You don't have to wait for cops to come knocking because you talk too much. because you said, and then they said, and she said, then they come and say, apparently you said this person can go and kick that person. It's like, what? No, me, not me. But start with the small things in your house, in your life, in yourself. Practice that and see what happens. Anyway, I gotta go.